Hey guys, this is Chris again, coming in with a not really a review, just some advice I'd like to give beginning collectors, male, female collectors that are just getting in the hobby. Before I start, a quick wristwatch check. Wearing the Etta, the Tudor, the Black Bay. Love this piece. This is definitely a piece that's not going anywhere anytime soon. But basically, my first piece of advice is always do your research, do your due diligence. Make sure it's the piece that you want to get, whether you're spending $50 or $5,000, because in the long run, you're going to be the one wearing it. You don't want to have something that you don't really like wearing. I've gotten plenty that I really don't like, that I haven't liked, and I end up flipping. But yeah, definitely do your research. There's plenty of places to do the research. One of them is Watcha on Facebook. That group is a really good group of guys and gals, almost like a family-like environment. Everybody kind of looks out for everybody. No hate or disrespect on there, and if there is, then it's cut off really quick. That place, Watch Wabi, is really good. That's almost the same group of guys and girls on there, Watch Wabi and Watcha. So it's kind of cross, counterbalance, whatever, with both groups. There's a micro brand group, which if you're really that's another thing that you really got to research is the micro brands. There's a couple really good brands out there that I would recommend. I would definitely recommend Zelos, Boulder. There's a couple others that I can't really think of. Avant is another really good one. On the higher end, you have Orion, which is really good quality. You're talking in the $1,000 range or more though. Monta is another really good quality one. Janal is really good. They do the Homage watches, which you've seen my review of them. But yeah, just basically do your research. Check out Watch You Seek. The forum is a really good place. It's not on Facebook. It's an actual website. I'll put the website and the links down in the description whenever I post the video. Watch You Seek forum is what I started on years ago, like a couple years ago, and that got me really hooked on watches. Watch You Seek has multiple forums talking about different brands, and they have a lot of knowledgeable people over there that are always willing to help out. And guys and girls, don't be afraid to ask questions. That's one thing. There's no such thing as a stupid question. That's how you learn. You gotta learn from our mistakes. Collectors have been there for a while. Like I said, I've been collecting about the last 3 years. I've been collecting off and on the last 8 or 10 years, ever since about high school or so. It's when I really started getting into watches. But yeah, like I said, just do your research. There's plenty of forums out there. Go out and ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Whatever brand you like is what you like. It doesn't really matter whether it's Seiko or even if it's Invicta. I know it's kind of frowned upon in the community, but even if it's Invicta you like, don't be afraid to ask questions on it. Just go out there. Like I said, everybody is really friendly, and like I said, don't be afraid to ask questions. The second thing I would say is always look at your budget. That's another part of your research. Some people might have a $50, $60 budget, whereas some other people might have $50 or $100,000 budgets, which is fine. Everybody's got their own different budget. I've got my own budget that I'm, working around myself. So, the guy that has a couple kids might not have the same budget as somebody, like myself that's single, no kids or anything like that. Our budgets are going to be different, of course. I'm going to have a little bit more expendable income. But there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, everybody's got their own budget. There's plenty of great places to start. Look at the Seiko S&K range, the Seiko 5. Look at Timex. Timex is doing really great things. Right now, they're starting to cater more towards the actual collector now, rather than the mainstream marketing that they used to do, which is really cool. They're starting to cater more towards the watch crowd again, which is really awesome, with their Allied Chrono quartz and their Allied Coastline lineup, their GMTs and all that. Pretty sweet lineup they have going on at Timex, and really killer prices. My third thing would be learn along the way. That also goes in with your research and everything else. Like I said, don't be afraid to ask questions. Learn along the way. The person that tells you that they know everything about the hobby is full of it. I'm still learning. That's the great thing about this hobby. There's something to learn. I learn something new every day. Don't listen to the person that tells you, oh yeah, this and this and this. They don't know everything about the hobby. There have been guys and girls that have been collecting for 15, 20 years, and they'll tell you they're still learning the hobby. I mean, we all make mistakes. I made a mistake on my last video. It happens. That's another thing. Like YouTubers, a lot of them will pretend to know everything. We don't all know everything. There's a bunch of good YouTubers out there too. That's the thing. You just got to pick and choose who you're watching. Like me, for instance, like I said, I know I won't steer you in the wrong way. I know I make mistakes. That happens. Basically, choose your YouTubers. That's another key. Like, I like to just show people to watch, which is what another thing in my research, what I would do. I always do research and I go on YouTube and see what the watch looks like on a person. That's what I like to show, the watch, and go over the specs and everything like that. So that's another thing. Like I said, learn along the way, learn from people that have been doing the hobby for a little while. And again, know that not everybody knows everything, as some people may say they do. But yeah, and the last one is, if you can, try the piece on. Try it on. Go to your local store. Go to your local, if it's a Casio Duro, whatever. Go to your local Walmart or Target, whatever. You can find those plentiful in there. Go to the mall, try on a piece. But I would say places to avoid to buy them, though, are the mall. You can try them on. There's nothing wrong with that. But as Teddy Baldestar mentioned his one video, places to avoid buying pieces from, the mall is definitely one of them. Places I would recommend buying them from, I would say Amazon, especially if you're a Prime member. They get here in like 2 days, which is pretty awesome. I love Amazon Prime, and Amazon is a lot cheaper. Like, say, an instance of talking about the mall again. I was in the mall one day last week at the local Fast Fix repair store, and they had a Timex Weekender in there for like $73. They're just trying to pay rent in there. They're overpriced. You can find that same watch on Amazon or again Walmart for like $50, $55, somewhere in there. Like I say, Amazon is a great place. Check on eBay. You gotta be careful on eBay, on the seller. Check the seller rating, all that. Long Island Watch is pretty good. I've had good experiences from them. I bought 2 or 3 watches from them. The Squale and the what else did I buy? I bought the Orient, the Ray Raven 2. I bought a couple other pieces I can't remember offhand. But Long Island's pretty good. Janama's pretty good. Joma Shop, I would consider, I've done Joma Shop before. I would say if you're doing like the $2,000 or under price range, like, or something like that, I would buy from Janama, or Joma Shop, excuse me guys. I would buy from Joma Shop. Anything really higher end, I would probably stick to an AD. Speaking of which, some exciting news. I think Wednesday I'm going to pull the trigger on my Grail watch that I've been wanting for a while. I'm crossing my fingers on that one, guys. Hopefully that one goes through. I'll, of course, do an unboxing on the channel on that one whenever that comes in. As far as your Grail pieces, like I said, go check out ADs. The prices are getting way better now on, especially even the higher end pieces. But yeah, guys, just let me know what you think down there below in the comments. Like and subscribe. Alright, guys, peace.